Finally, an issue everyone in the political classes can agree on. Unified outrage over South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem's admission that she once shot and killed her puppy named Cricket. Even some of her most staunch allies seem prepared to write her off over Cricket. And here's what's so interesting. We've watched or heard about political leaders do some pretty horrible things to human beings. But it seems the killing of a puppy is a political bridge too far. In her upcoming book, she describes taking Cricket, a 14-month-old wire hair pointer, on a pheasant hunt with older dogs in an effort to calm her, which failed. After the hunt, Noem said the dog tried to bite her, then escaped and attacked a nearby chicken coop, killing several of the birds. And that was when she took Cricket down to a gravel pit and shot her. Quote, "I hated that dog. She was untrainable, dangerous to anyone she came in contact with, less than worthless. As a hunting dog, I realized I had to put her down." The condemnation from the partisan media on both sides has been swift and intense.
What she's done is she's sabotaged herself.
Dogs are as American as baseball and apple pie. I just
God.
who could look into those eyes and do such a thing?
As a dog owner my whole life, it absolutely makes my blood boil.
And she just destroyed her political career.
Give it back! Give it back! Why are you going to kill it?
When you got Fox News and The View on the same page, you know it's serious. Over the weekend, she doubled down despite the intense blowback, saying, quote, "The fact is, South Dakota law states that dogs who attack and kill livestock can be put down. Given that Cricket had shown aggressive behavior towards people by biting them, I decided what I did." And over the years, we've seen politicians convicted of sexual assault, vehicular manslaughter, domestic violence, but the visceral outrage at Kristi Noem seems to surpass any of that. It's a dynamic I often see play out on the other show I host called On Patrol Live, when any canine is even remotely injured or mistreated, our inbox gets flooded with worried viewers in a way that is different and much more visceral than with humans, even when cops get hurt. Why? Let's ask Robi, Ludwig, nationally known psychotherapist, award-winning reporter. Thanks so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Why?
Because with dogs, they love us unconditionally, and they provide loyalty. They help us to feel less depressed and anxious, and they're like babies in many ways. They are dependent on us to take care of them and love them. So when they're killed in this way, there's this emotional reaction because they love us unconditionally. We love them as well.
And so when it comes to humans, right,
Yeah.
and people doing bad things, there's always, or there's often, a kind of an explanation, whether we accept it or not. Someone did something to them, they had a bad day, whatever it is. But when it comes to a pup,
Yeah.
there's just no explaining, right?
Right. I think we have mixed feelings towards adults, right? And we hold them responsible. We even see this with crime victims. Sometimes they are blamed for their own crime in a way to help us feel safer. We have compassion fatigue. We hear about these crimes all the time with adults, and so we're a little numb.
That's Cricket, by the way.
Oh, that's Cricket, yeah. And once you hear this kind of statement, you can't unhear it. It just, like, what kind of person wants to kill a helpless dog, even though the story is a little bit more detailed? They need us.
Yeah.
And we should only have them if we can take care of them, or give them away if it's beyond what we can handle.
Right. All right, Robi, Ludwig, pretty straightforward. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for coming on. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.